So welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'd like to argue that healing is the key to get you from the state that you're currently experiencing to the next level of life's experience. So to get to that next level, you have to become a different type of person. When we transform, not only do we transform mentally or we're more aware of our circumstances, our transformation is usually physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, holistically. To truly get to the point of life that we really want to get to, our goals, our dreams, we have to transform holistically. It can't be just a mental shift. It can't be just informational. So something that we learn, something that we see, some awareness that we incorporate. The point is to self-reflect, to see where we are selling ourselves short, where we have unhealed parts of ourselves that are stopping us to progress to that level. Where are we not fully showing up the way that we should be? What is stopping us to get there? So all of this has to be internalized. We have to look at these factors. We have to re-examine, analyze ourselves, make it a job, a second job, a third job, of discovering who we are, where do we really want to head, and what is stopping us from going from A to B. And that is a huge self-discovery process that everyone should undertake, especially in our adult years. If we had adult experience, we had jobs, if we had relationships and friendships, we have a lot of learning under our belt. We have a lot of information to work with. All of these factors show us how the world really works, how we work in the world, and how we interact with these factors. So all of that can be used as information. So now once we have the information, we can self-reflect and see ourselves through a lens of an observer. How do we show up in the world? How do we manage our problems? How do we regulate our emotions? How do we relate to other people? How do we sell ourselves short? All of these should be examined on the path to greatness. So where does healing come in this whole process? So healing is the solution. Once we investigate and self-reflect, we're going to see that there are certain parts of ourselves that need healing. Those parts of ourselves are holding us back, and so they need a lot of attention. They need our energy. And if those parts are physical, obviously the healing will be physical. We have to put that effort into our body. If our problems are mental, we have to examine if that's caused by physical deficiencies, physical malnutrition, or is it caused by our environment, our stress levels, where we put ourselves in our world. Is it all caused by environmental or inner processes, or both? Then, if we examine that our problems are emotional, we have to look at our past. How do we regulate our emotions? Have we really forgiven people in the past that have hurt us? Have we worked on our traumas? Have we worked on our pain? So a lot of these things can get stuck in the body over time. So emotions are energy, and energy can get stuck in the body and act like an acidic principle, something that blocks the flow of energy, which is the flow of life in our bodies. And maybe that is preventing us from flowing into the next phase of our lives. So once we establish what the symptoms are, the mental, the emotional, the physical, the spiritual, of our shortcomings, of where we are, of what's holding us back from becoming the true 2.0, the transformed versions of ourselves, the versions of ourselves that can actually go after our dreams and meet them, then these symptoms gain a prescription. And that prescription is the healing, the type of healing, the nature of the healing that we are going to undertake. What you have to understand about healing is that it is holistic. So if you make it a point to heal your body, you're also going to heal your mind and your emotions. All three work together. And if all three are balanced, then we can really work with our spirituality, and we can get all those downloads of how to best communicate with the spiritual world so we can show up in wisdom in our 3D reality. So We have to regulate the mind, the emotions, and the body. If we work on our mental health through therapy, that's going to help our physical health as well, and our emotional health. And if we work on our traumas and our past hurts and our pain, we can release a lot of heavy, stuck energy from our system. And that is going to help the body with oxygen flow, with lymphatic flow, which is the waste fluid that's supposed to be taken out of the body, and the blood flow, and also the nervous system. So the nervous system, the lymph, the blood, and the oxygen are going to flow better. And if that happens, the body is going to transform. And like a domino effect, when the body does get all of those benefits, those nutrients, and takes care of its waste due to the circulation of all these vital processes, what happens is it gets stronger. So now the body is stronger, and now our mental and emotional bodies are stronger as well. Once you heal one body, you heal the other bodies. And if you tackle all three, then you're going to see a next level of healing that you've never experienced before. You know, I see a lot of people who are trying to manifest a lot of good things in their lives, but they don't understand that you can't manifest from a place that brought you the reality that you are currently experiencing. You have to manifest a different type of reality in your mind, your inner body first, to see it reflect to you externally. And when we heal, we basically change our internal world. We change the way we think. We change the way we feel. We change the way we experience our bodies. But you may say that healing takes time, that it's difficult. And it is. The alternative is trying to manifest a reality that you're actually not ready for. The type of person you are now is not going to thrive in that new reality that you create. Basically, you're not going to be the type of person that is required to embrace this new reality to that level. You're not going to have the wisdom, the courage, the intelligence, the emotional regulation, the understanding and awareness to fully take advantage of this new reality and make it all that it can be. You may sabotage it because obviously you don't have the physical, mental, and emotional capacity to meet that reality, to where you're supposed to meet it, to actually feel successful within it. So it's not a long-term strategy. You have to be ready. You have to be ready for your manifestations. You have to be ready for your future. And the way you get ready is you heal. So how can healing take us to the next level of our lives? So first, healing can help us rebalance ourselves, meaning our mental, emotional, and physical body work together to create the best versions of ourselves. And from this vantage point, we can then design our lives. We can make choices that are healthy. We can create relationships that are based on mutual values, that are long-term, and that are mutually supported. We can find a place to live that's aligned with who we are, with what we value. We can shift into the type of work that feeds our soul, that doesn't deplete our energy, that energizes us, and that we feel is our calling. So basically, when we regulate all three bodies, we're aligning ourselves energetically to a balanced state of being. And from that balance, we're going to make choices, we're going to make decisions, we're going to behave from a regulated state. And that is something that most of our society does not have. We're not emotionally regulated. We're very impulsive. We act out of our pain, out of our past, and we don't even know where it comes from. It's a subconscious reactive state. So when we regulate and when we heal, we look at those parts of ourselves that are very reactive, that are very unconscious. All of those traits that come out subconsciously from our childhoods, from our programming, and we re-examine them. And then we tell ourselves, okay, next time that I encounter that situation, I'm actually going to react this way. And that way we can start and reprogram our subconscious mind or subconscious process that has us react a certain way, has us behave a certain way. And through that, we can create habits that then rewire how we show up in the world. And that blueprint becomes our new reality. Healing is not a quick journey. It is a long journey of recreating and transforming our whole selves. And that is the biggest and the longest and the most difficult journey we're ever going to take. So it is not going to be quick. It is not going to be painless. It's not going to be easy. But on the other side of healing, we can expect amazing results. A new life, a new trajectory, a new purpose, new people, new soul tribe that can be supportive in our endeavors, new ways of looking at the world that is completely different from what we've ever imagined possible. A new body with a new set of eyes and with new found wisdom. And because healing is such a journey, a hero's journey into our deepest, most vulnerable parts, it will teach us more than we signed up for. It's not only going to illuminate our own selves, it's going to teach us a lot about our patterns, our ancestral patterns, our ancestral pain, the world as it is, 3D, 5D. What is happening in 3D, and does that reflect what's going on in the 5D? It's going to shake up a lot of our structures of awareness and existence, and that is the point. And because of that, we're going to gain a lot of wisdom, a lot of strength, a lot of resilience, and a lot of courage. And these traits are necessary to take us to the next level. So now with the wisdom, now with the strength, we have more boundaries. We become self-aware. We understand who we are and where we want to head. And that is a superpower. Most people don't understand who they are and where they want to head. So they are very easily swayed by environmental conditions. But if you have that stability and steadiness in yourself, and you understand who you are, you understand your shadow and your strength and your light, from that understanding, you can create a path to where you want to be. And if you know yourself and where you're heading, that is an indestructible force. You are not going to be swayed by the news, your family, your external circumstances. No one will have power over you because you're rooted in your trajectory. You're rooted in yourself. You have values, you have strength, and you have commitment. So with healing and with self-awareness, you gain better boundaries. And boundaries help us to navigate our new journeys forward. They keep people, situations, and energies that no longer serve us at bay. And they help welcome in new energies that empower us, that motivate us, that help us get to the next level of our trajectory. With healing, we can also experience a lot of energy and vitality. This energy can help fuel us forward in our journeys, can give us clarity and motivation to wake up every day and go after our goals. It can give us vitality to be committed to that journey. And the energy can give us the resilience that we need to stick to our plan. And when we encounter setbacks, to persevere and keep going, to stay strong and never give up, because the journey ahead is tough, but it's worth it. It's worth our transformation. It's not only worth it, but it's a privilege to experience the highest caliber and essence of ourselves in this lifetime. So if you found this video useful and helpful, please support the channel. You can subscribe to get more natural healing tips on your healing journey, or you can connect with me personally. All the information is down below. So thank you so much for watching, and take care.